What do you have there? What is that?
Why?
He's having a big birthday coming up soon, too, huh?
Next month. He'll be 2.
McAllen has been seeing Dr. Melissa Wasserstein since he was 1 week old, just after his newborn screening test raised concerns that he might have PKU.
I had just gotten back from the park, and I got the phone call, and Bobby, the nurse, was on my answer machine. You have to call me. Your son tested positive for PKU. He's going to be fine, was the message, but I didn't even know what she was talking about.
Jeff Bird also has PKU. He's 22 now, but his mother, Sue, remembers that the diagnosis hit her just as hard in the beginning.
I was in total shock. Hearing about a special diet and asking the dietitian there, you mean I can't even give my son a piece of birthday cake? Something that's so normal that you look forward to birthday parties. And she said, well, you could give him a piece of birthday cake, but you probably would not want to.
Children born with PKU, like McAllen and Jeff, have very low or no levels of an enzyme the body needs to process protein. The foods most of us eat every day are actually dangerous for them. Too much protein can cause brain damage.
Anything that we consider a protein source is actually too much protein for him. For instance, something you wouldn't even think about, like kidney beans or dairy or eggs or any meats, even grains. His bread that I make for him is made of mainly starches.
Because newborn screening catches PKU so early, the terrible effects of the disorder can be completely prevented by following a special diet. Jeff's been on it his whole life, and as tough as the diet can be to learn and stick with, Jeff's mom is grateful to live in an age when a simple test can completely change a child's life.
By the time I would have caught that he had this, he actually could be irreversibly damaged mentally. He doesn't metabolize protein correctly, but they were actually able to tell that from that blood test, that heel prick test in the hospital.
Before newborn screening, children with PKU, like this little girl, went undiagnosed until they began falling behind their peers as toddlers. Dr. Robert Guthrie's niece, Margaret, was one of those children. Deeply affected by the severe mental disabilities she suffered throughout her life, he began to search for a way to stop PKU. In 1961, he changed thousands of lives by inventing the first newborn screening test.
These kids can be expected to lead normal lives, to do what they would have done without PKU. This diet that we use is life-saving. You see the outcome with McAllen, who's doing beautifully.
He's doing really well as far as talking and verbalizing and understanding. I have to spell now in front of him.
Really?
He's understanding the things that I'm saying.
Good. Super smart.
Yeah. Doing puzzles.
I'll tell you, the first year I was really nervous because when you have your child's mental health on your shoulders, it is a heavy burden to bear. But there was a lot of support, and I just started to relax and understand the diet more, and I was even making food for him before he could even eat it, just because I wanted to make sure I would have something to feed him that would be acceptable in my terms of food.
PKU patients get most of their protein from a special medical formula that's safe for them to digest. It provides enough fuel so Jeff's never felt too tired to take part in sports, go skiing with friends, or attend a first-rate college. Now he's heading off to work every day as a development engineer in Charleston, South Carolina.
Raising Jeff has had its challenges, but I haven't let it stop me. I guess our family just kind of thought, well, if this is what we've got, this is what we're going to deal with. Even though when he was little, I was kind of paranoid about him getting maybe separated from us or whatever, and I used to make a little note that I would pin to his underwear saying he had PKU and couldn't eat regular food. We didn't go out to eat a lot because his choices are fairly limited, basically French fries and salad. So we did a lot of more eating at home, but other than that, we really weren't limited in any way.
Ironically, all that home cooking not only made Jeff the strapping guy he is today, it had a major impact on his big sister Holly.
My daughter used to watch me cook all the time. We would cook kind of together, and she ended up becoming a chef. So I think she got that from our many hours of cooking and baking.
Sue still makes Jeff's special bread, but these days, he takes care of monitoring his own diet and blood levels, just as McAllen will when he gets older. For now, his mom is learning to alert friends and neighbors and to teach McAllen how important his diet is for his health. Mac's medical team will be there to back her up.
Communicating between the medical team and the family is really essential to having a good outcome for these kids. It gets a little more challenging as kids get older and they go to school and their friends at lunch are eating something that looks tasty, but it is completely doable. We have a dietitian who works with them closely. Families talk to each other and share tips and ideas, which are often very helpful. We have cooking classes so that they can learn to make really good low-protein food that the kids will enjoy.
Now, to tell you the truth, I don't even think twice about the diet. The diet is very routine for us and very easy, and it's something I don't put a lot of thought into. It just comes naturally.
He's just an average child that follows a diet.
So do you have any concerns at all about his development?
No, not about his development.
Perfect.
He's doing great.